so we've already gone over what is on our tabletop. So let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget to do your hashtag and put that exit ticket there. Let's go ahead and open up our palette. I've been working with face paint all day, so my fingers are all crazy looking. Okay, I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to put my napkin here. All right, so first thing that we're going to do, we're going to take our sticker, our glitter tattoo sticker. Okay, you're going to pick two. There's one that is like a holiday one, and then there's another one that has different shapes. You can buy more of these on Amazon. I will highly suggest that you preview, you look through the packet, and peel off any inappropriate stickers that might come in the package, because sometimes when you buy them, like in bulk in Amazon or wherever, they have some stuff that shouldn't be there for kids. So just always do that. So pick two, whatever two you want. I'm going to do the ladybug. I'm going to do the ladybug on the inside flat part of my arm. Tap, 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 tap. And then I'm going to do, I don't know if this is a bird or a jaguar, or I'm not sure what that is. Let's do the snail. What is it? A puma? Oh, yeah, a puma, a cat. Got it. Okay, now I see what you're saying. Okay. And then I'm going to put on the back of my hand, I got makeup from last class. I'm going to flatten out my hand and I'm going to put the snail on the back of my hand. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Now, you're doing this at the birthday party. The little kid is running around and he's all sweaty, or she's all sweaty, and you need to take an alcohol wipe and wipe the skin down, fan it, let it dry, and then put the sticker on. If they just put lotion on, if they were in the swimming pool, if they're sweaty, if their skin is dirty, sometimes these stickers don't stick. Okay? All right, so the paint one we're going to do on the back of the wrist area, and the back of the hand is going to be the one with glitter. So we're going to do the painted one first. All right, you're going to take one of your sponges. These sponges, they come like this but bigger. We just cut them because it's just wasteful if you do a whole sponge. So we cut them into little pieces. So what we're going to do is we are going to take and get our sponge wet. If you're sharing water, just share. And squeeze the water out. And you're going to pick up whatever color you choose. So tap, tap, tap onto your palette to pick up the color. You can tap, you can wipe. Okay. All right. What you're going to do is you're going to simply tap, 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 tap over that design. If you need to add a little bit more water, you can. If you need to pick up more pigment, you can. The only thing that I would really, really, really say is make sure that you do not have too much water in your sponge. If you have too much water in your sponge, it's going to be very wet, and that is going to actually bleed through and get deposited underneath the sticker shape. Okay. You're going to give it a second. You're going to let it dry. You can actually take your fan, open it up, and you can fan it. You can add multiple colors should you choose. You can go for a second round of pigment. Tap, tap, tap. Sometimes with this, when you tap too much, you actually pick up the paint instead of depositing it. So you need to let each layer dry in the in-between. Okay. Again, the bad thing about working with sponges is that you get your fingers dirty. Some people will wear gloves or finger cots so that way they don't get their nails dirty or their fingers dirty. Okay. We're going to let that dry. We'll come back to that in a little bit and add another layer. we are going to flip our hand over and work on the one that is on the back of our hand. Now, we are taking lash glue. I had the body glue, but it's stuck shut, so I couldn't open it. So plan B, we're using the lash glue, which is something you can use. You're going to take, you and your neighbor are sharing, you're going to take the lash glue and you're going to pour out a little bit of lash glue on your sponge, not too much. Roll the tip of the glue on your napkin to clean it, and you're going to put the cap on when you and your neighbor are done so it doesn't dry out. You're going to take that glue and you're going to tap, tap, tap the glue over the shape that's on the sticker cutout. You put your hand straight. Tap, 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 tap. I think I left my glitter over here, so let me grab a glitter. Okay. You cannot wait too long or else it's going to dry out. But you do need to wait for it to get tacky. Just a little bit. So then I'm going to come through and I'm going to pour in some of the glitter. You can pour the glitter in over the top. You can tap it on or kind of gently brush on to cover the whole section. I like to use the glitter containers that have the sprinkle cap where you can just shake it like a salt shaker. That way the whole glitter doesn't pour out. You've got different glitters on your tabletop, so you can pick one. Make sure your neighbor has a glitter. Okay. When you pour, you're working over your napkin for easy cleanup. You're going to take the sponge and you're going to, with the clean side of the sponge, just tap over the top to make sure that it sticks down. Don't swipe, just tap. You're going to flip your hand over and kind of clap to kind of tap off excess product. You can also use a brush. This is a brush a student borrowed, and this is how they returned it, nice and gross. So there's glitter all over the handle because they were being messy, and then they got glue on the bristles, so it ruins the brush. Okay, so I typically don't use a brush. If I do, I use disposable brushes. And then I'm going to slowly peel my design. And if it is that it's not sticking, I pull it from the opposite direction. Sometimes it will come off. So it depends on the design that you press down on and if the sticker is too intricate. You can kind of help it, push it down, peel it a little bit at a time. Be patient with it. It's easier with two hands opposed to when you do it with one hand. And you should have your sticker. Here are the problems that you are going to run into when dealing with glitter tattoos. That it doesn't happen until you find a sticker that was very intricate. You peel it off and you're like, I got a part of a snail shell and I got his head. Like, what happened to the rest? The rest of it is here on the sticker. Do you see how intricate the sticker is? It's very small in detail. Those are very hard. Why is it hard? When you put the glue down and you put the glue over the entire sticker, you're creating like a layer of glue and you're adding glitter to the top of the layer of glue. When you peel the sticker off, it's all stuck together, so then you cannot, right? When you lift the sticker, the whole thing's going to come off. You can't keep it down. You can use a very small disposable brush and like brush on the glue only to the hole or the cutout area and not get it on the sticker paper, and that works. Okay, but if you just, doesn't it make sense if I put a layer of glue and I put glitter, the whole thing's just going to come off, right? So when you're purchasing your stickers or when you're working with your stickers, like for example, this jaguar or this whatever this cat is going to come out better than the snail because there's no sticker cut in the middle, right? This Christmas tree, right, is going to come out better than this snowflake that maybe it's a little bit too intricate. There's some snowflakes that even have cutouts in the middle of that. So when you're picking your sticker, or when you're previewing your sticker, peel the ones off that do not work well for you. Unless if you're just really good at taking a disposable brush, putting glue just on the inside of that cutout, and then doing your design that way, okay? These are not reusable. We don't reuse these again, okay? One thing I failed to mention is as you're peeling them off of your paper, you want to make sure not to manhandle the back. So if you touch the sticky part in the back, when you put it down, especially if they're very intricate like this, the stickiness goes away and then it won't stick down. So when you're trying to tap on the glue or you're trying to tap on the paint, it's not going to give you that design like the snail, the intricacy of the snail shell, simply because there's no stick, right? There's no sticky on it anymore and it doesn't stick down. Show your neighbor your fail or your success with your sticker. Did it come out or did it not? Does it look like mine or did the whole thing come out? It's always best that you have cutouts that are just one cutout on the outside and there's no intricacy like the snail on there or the ladybug. Okay, the ladybug would be another one, be very hard. The legs to the ladybug are just too small, so the thing is just going to come up. Okay. On stickers that are like that, I like to use the paint because the paint will go through the hole. It won't stick when I peel it off. Okay. So whenever you're ready, if you want to do a second layer, you can. I'm not going to do the second layer with you. You can do your second layer, but when you're ready, you're just going to carefully peel, and voila, look how intricate that ladybug was, and look how it came out. You can see, although I only did one layer, you can see the legs and the holes of the design. Had we done the ladybug with the glitter, yeah, that would have not come up, right? Because it's too intricate. So learn to decide what sticker is for paint and what sticker can be used successfully for glitter, unless if you're really good at it, which of course you can always make that work. I'm going to let you come back and play wherever you are, adding a second or third layer, peeling, all that in just a second, but we got to move on to the next thing, okay? Go ahead and take your eyeliner, your glitter eyeliner. Show your neighbors what color you have, because I have bought a pack of 12 and I divided it between everybody, and some of you guys have different colors. Look how pretty the colors are. Got them on Amazon for like a pack of 12 for like $16 or something. It wasn't bad at all. So go ahead and open up your liner, and what we're going to do is we're going to bedazzle. I'm going to bedazzle my butterfly, since my snail, you can't even tell what it is. So, but you can bedazzle whatever you want. We're going to do a star, like we learned last week, but with our glittered brush. So we're going to make a cross. And you have to go back and stick the glitter back in to pick up more product. Glitter cross. And then your X. Depending on how much product you pick up, on how much you push the brush down, you're going to get a thin or a thick line. And 1, 2, 3 dots. All right. So the same thing that we learned with our painting brushes, we can also do with your glittered eyeliners. Questions on how to use this? All right. Then we have our gems. So moving on to the next thing, your gems are very easy. When you open up your gems, these, if you turn them around, you can see that they have the sticky back on them. You just peel them and stick them. Literally, that's all you do. Peel and stick. Now, if you buy the gems that don't have the sticky in the back and they come in a container and they're loose, you put a little dab of lash glue. You tap down the gem and it sticks. You just have to wait for the lash glue to get a little bit of, like, tacky, because if it's too wet, it's just going to slide off. Okay? So go ahead and pick one of your stickers, or one of your gems. It could be the heart or it could be any one of the other ones, and just peel it and stick it on your skin. Okay? Questions about that? All right, the last 5 minutes of class, I'm going to give you your instructions. I'm going to let you go. You're going to write your exit ticket, and we're done for the day. I'm going to come around, so have your 2 containers close and ready for me to grab it and put your gel in. I'm going to come by. I'm going to put gel in both. You are going to pick either from your table or from this container in the front, not the long ones over here, but the one in the container. Pick any glitter that you want. You're going to use the back of your brush and you're going to mix, 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 mix. Once you're done making your unicorn snot, this is another option. This is Vaseline with glitter. And look how thick it goes on. Right? Vaseline and glitter. You are using gel and glitter. You are going to put it in the container. After you mix it, apply a little bit to your arm and see what color it comes out to be. You need more gel, less glitter, but you do need a good amount of gel. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here.